Hey, what's up guys, Rev here. Today I'll be sharing with you the tragic story of Sorb3t, an idol group who announced on Sunday that they are officially disbanding. This decision is not the result of inner turmoil amongst the group's members, rather it's the result of a several month-long harassment campaign that the group was subjected to. Now, despite the viral nature of these events, I'm sure many of you have not heard of this group, so today I'm going to share their story. From their now infamous call-in response TikTok, the viral harassment campaign that stemmed from it, the accusations of cultural appropriation, Hasan Piker stoking the flames by bullying them on stream for 45 minutes straight, the group getting doxxed shortly after that, and everything else that led up to their group disbanding. So let's start from the beginning. A few months ago, 3 individuals started a California-based idol group named Sorb3t. This type of idol group, heavily influenced by Japanese pop and idol culture, is called kaige, or overseas. Overseas groups like this have been an accepted part of Japanese idol culture for several decades at this point, and in line with this idol influence, earlier this year Sorb3t released a video detailing their call-in responses. We will see more portions of their TikTok later in this video, but what I'm going to show you is their intro and the call-in response of their member named Barry, who was the main focus of social media's outrage.
1, 2, so sweet! Hello, we are Sorb3t! We are an idol group based in California, and today we wanted to teach you guys our call-in responses! Hello everyone, my name is Barry, and I'm the leader and pink member of Sorb3t! So I'm going to teach you my call-in response. So I start out by saying, strawberry, and then you repeat back, blueberry. And when I ask, who's everyone's sweet idol, you're gonna say, Betty-chan. Are you ready? Strawberry, blueberry. みんなの甘いアイドルは Betty-chan. Hi, Betty desu.
This call-in response would go viral for all of the wrong reasons, gaining over 5 million views in less than 24 hours before it was deleted. In the replies of that video and the thousands of TikToks reacting to it, the members of Sorb3t were attacked for a whole host of reasons, for being cringe, for their ethnicity, for their appearance, and they were even accused of cultural appropriation and racism. Ripping into this group was a massive trend on social media, TikTok in particular, and things got out of hand very quickly. And there was a lot of public responses to this, including from the Sorb3t members who were apologizing for their perceived cultural appropriation, and they tried to explain that Barry's call-in response was intended for Japanese audiences, since she wanted to have a solo career outside of Sorb3t that focused on a Japanese audience, hence the pronunciation of certain words in a way that would appeal to those Japanese members in a way that they could also understand. Obviously, the outrage mob on social media did not care for those valid responses, and they even went as far as ignoring the large volume of Japanese users who were defending Sorb3t and had no problem with their group in the way they pronounced certain words. However, things got much worse at that time when Hasan Piker and his infinite wisdom thought it would be a good idea to spend 45 minutes on stream in front of tens of thousands of his viewers to bully these 3 individuals, and even went as far as to say they deserved being made fun of. Unsurprisingly, this situation got a lot worse as a result, and I guess it's even less surprising that shortly after Hasan's stream, the members of Sorb3t were doxxed. But before we move any further, I want to spend some time and react to a few portions of Hasan's stream. So this clip channel grabbed the relevant portions of their stream. As you can see, they spent 45 minutes talking about these 3 girls from Sorb3t. Now let's hear some of their observations about this group.
Hello everyone, my name
Go. First of all, like, what's up? There's no, like, Koreans in fucking California? What are you doing? Like, why is it that they had to be white? Like, I just genuinely don't understand that. Like,
yeah, just Barry is the main character of this story.
like
She's the leader
there's
of
not
the
enough
group.
Korean Americans out there. We had to make sure that they were white. Like, it seems like, because they're just friends. Is this like a bunch of children that were just doing this, or is this like genuinely a product? It seems like it's a bunch of kids.
So to be fair, nobody really knows the ages of these members. I've heard claims that they're as young as 15. I've also heard claims they're as old as 30, so no one really knows on that front. But before we move forward, there is a glaring observation that has to be made. Now, I don't know how familiar you guys are with the Hasan Piker cinematic universe, but one of his latest feuds is with the comedian Sam Hyde. This is someone that Hasan has claimed is a Nazi, and one of his monikers, Hasan's monikers, is Punch a Nazi. You know, if you see a Nazi in real life, you fight him. And in response to that, there have been several posts and clips that have gone viral where Sam Hyde has challenged Hasan Piker to an official boxing match. And let's just pause and realize we have a situation where Hasan, Punch a Nazi Piker, has the opportunity to punch someone he claims is a Nazi with zero legal ramifications. And what did he do? Well, he turned and ran. And he used the excuse for weeks on end that he didn't want to spend the time or energy to deal with someone like Sam Hyde. But motherfucker, this guy has 45 minutes to bully the shit out of 3 innocent girls on stream. Girls he also thinks are children. And whether they are or not, the fact that he thinks they are and still goes on and talks about them for 45 minutes is crazy. Like, how do you have the time and energy for that, but not for a real face-to-face confrontation with someone you claim is a Nazi? But also, you're going to see, as they are hinting at in this initial segment here, this whole idea of cultural appropriation. You know, why are they whites? Well, it's strange that you complain about them being white, but you also hear idol culture and you immediately think of Korean people as if that's the only place that idol culture comes from. As I stated earlier in the video, these are kaige girls, okay? This is not something new. Japanese idol culture accepts overseas idol groups like this. But people like Hasan and people who are not knowledgeable of these topics say no, and that they are culturally appropriating these idol groups from overseas countries. But let's play the next clip.
Bro, I'm sorry. White people have fucking... They are on the downtrend, brother. Oh my god, like 90% of pop culture music was like directly stolen from black people, and now you motherfuckers can't even steal back the shit that they originally appropriated from you in the form of K-pop and J-pop. Yo, white people are they have suffered, okay? I did not realize that white people fucking fell off this hard.
Yeah. So again, they're harping at this cultural appropriation here. Like, this is only a problem that people like Hasan see. Overseas people embracing Japanese idol culture is only a problem to you. Appreciation is not appropriation. And this whole idea of stealing back, like, it's not just cultural appropriation. They're giving layers. Like, there's multiple layers here. They're saying that it was stolen and now they're trying to steal it back. Like, it's crazy to me. You know, it's not a, what are we saying? Appropriation for a call and response video? It's not even a music video or anything like that. And this whole reiteration of white people fell off. Like, please, replace white with anything else and we all know you'd get canceled for that. But we all know where that conversation goes, but kind of pointless to harp on too much. So we're going to move on to the next one. So,
are you ready? Strawberry! Blueberry! みんなの甘いアイドルはベリーちゃん! Hi, Betty Des!
I mean, look at the way they're reacting to this clip. You would literally think they're watching an ISIS decapitation video. Meanwhile, they're just watching a call and response video. Like, you think their characters are cringe? Fine. But, like, it doesn't deserve that much of a reaction. Like, speaking of cringe characters, like, should we pull up some bro tips clips for us? You know, Hasan's old character bro tips that he likes everyone to forget about. I'd play a clip, and I guarantee that might get me in trouble. You can search for yourself. They're kind of buried and suppressed at this point, but Hasan had a whole cringe character named Bro Tips. I would argue it's a lot more embarrassing than anything that they're doing, but we're going to act like we're seeing the most shocking and terrible thing ever because these girls are setting up an idol group that is accepted within the idol community overseas. But yeah, pretty crazy stuff. But let's play another clip.
And quick history lesson. My call and response includes 2 moves.
Dude, there's something really sad about this, actually. Now that I'm looking at this, Now that I'm looking at this, like they just like got dressed up and shit. Like it's just like so cringe and so lame that I almost feel bad making fun of them. And then I'm reminded of this moment, and I'm like right back into it.
Strawberry, and then you repeat back, blueberry. And when
yeah, I'm like at first I'm like I can't make fun of them, but then because it's like kind of sad, they're playing dress up, and then that comes back, and it's like no, it's valid.
Yeah, so right there, he just flat out says it's valid to make fun of these girls because they're cringe. That's the thing I'll never understand. A lot of people think I'm a mean-spirited person, but never at any point on my channel have I just gone after someone because of their hobby. Like, I go after people who are acting like assholes on the internet, specifically towards other people. I don't just go into communities of things that I'm not interested in and start attacking and shaming people for their interests. Like, they're minding their own business, and you're going in with thousands of other people to make fun of them and try to twist everything they're doing to make it some crazy inappropriate thing where they're culturally appropriating from other cultures. And it's just, it's too much. Like, how does anyone think that this is just acceptable behavior, that you can justify being mean to random people for their hobbies because you find it cringe? What if I find you cringe? Like, I can just say whatever I want about you? No, there's no reason, there's no energy to go out of your way to bully people over their hobbies if they're not bothering anyone. And that's what's happening here, and it's a shame to see. But now I'm going to fast forward all the way to the 42-minute mark of this bullying session where they say this in regards to this statement that was made by Barry, who was addressing the whole controversy involving the way she was pronouncing some words for her Japanese audience.
Alias is associated with blueberries, so I thought that it was perfect for me. I thought that since my call and response is in Japanese, that if I pronounced the words strawberry and blueberry the way that the katakana would be read out loud, that it would be okay. And I see now that
strawberry. I mean that is how you read it, yeah. Blueberry.
Yeah, so you can see what he's doing. So he's basically denigrating a valid explanation of what she's doing, and he makes it down to this stereotypical speech. He mocks it with this stereotypical speech that sounds like something out of an anti-Japanese propaganda piece straight out of World War II. That is not how she is speaking. That is not her intention. She explains it very clearly that this is an appeal to her future Japanese audience that she is going to seek out in her personal career, and she wants to remain consistent with these pronunciations that make sense for that Japanese audience. It's not a surprising or an unusual thing. This is something very common with these overseas idol groups. This is how they talk when they're referring to certain terms that they're relaying to their Japanese audience. This is not surprising at all, but it's also not surprising that they would intentionally misrepresent what she's saying to make a mockery out of it. But yeah, that's the general clips that we're talking about from this 45-minute bullying session of these girls. So as you might have guessed, the initial wave of outrage towards this group coupled with Hasan's stream caused a very toxic situation for Sorb3t, who was, like I said earlier, eventually doxxed and then forced into hiding for months. It is amazing social media's reaction to this situation. It is truly amazing the way they mobilized so quickly and strongly to cancel these girls for being cringe. They did that faster than they react to people who are full-fledged criminals, okay? It's absolutely mind-boggling the amount of hate and terrible, terrible treatment these girls got for basically just going out there and living their lives and trying to bring joy to people. And of course, we circle back to the beginning of this video, their announcement from 2 days ago saying that they are officially disbanding. And they went on in the initial tweet here and in the replies to clarify it is not because of inner turmoil amongst the members. It is due to all of the harassment that they have faced. Their personal safety has been put at risk for being a part of this group. And honestly, this whole situation is just crushing. It is so sad to see something so pure, innocent, and fun be stomped on by the internet. Thousands and thousands of people coming together to harass these innocent people who were just trying to entertain people in the most innocent way imaginable. It is truly sad, and anyone involved in this harassment campaign should be absolutely ashamed of themselves. But that's all we have for now, and I wish these three members the best of luck wherever they end up in their personal careers, but that's going to do it for this video. I know it was a lot, so please share all of your comments or all of your thoughts about today's video in the comments section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.